Hip hop preserving the culture. We live in BK today with the legendary 9th member of the boot camp clique.
Yeah, you already know.
Ruste Juxx. What's the word?
What up, man? I'm doing great. What's good?
How you been, man? How's everything? How's your family? How's it going?
Everything is great, man. I'm just, working smart.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Beautiful day out here today, ain't it?
Definitely, man.
What's going on?
Hell yeah.
So, my show is called Preserving the Culture.
Right.
It's all about the culture for me. Tell me, when did your journey in hip hop start?
I would say my journey started when I first started listening to it. So that'd probably be around 4 or 5 years old, for real. When I moved from Bed-Stuy to Crown Heights, you know what I mean?
That
like
young, 5 years old?
Seriously, man, 5.
Okay.
Like, I remember when my uncle brung over a tape, and it had, he just taped everything that was on the radio, like Stetsasonic, Go Stetsa, Grand Pooba, Cracked Out, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of joints. That's when I fell in love right there.
Okay.
Word.
What do you remember most about that time when, you were coming up and you started listening to music?
What I remember the most is just like the atmosphere of the shit. Like hip hop, just like that shit came and took over the fucking my whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like everybody from the, we watching the older dudes, motherfuckers coming through with the big boom box on their shoulder. You know what I mean? The 80s was serious.
That's what it is. At what point did you start rapping now? You start listening at 5, 6 years old?
I started rapping at 12. And this is again because of my uncle. My uncle was a rapper. You know what I mean? He's one of the dopest MCs back then, for real.
Who's your uncle?
He came home from jail. He came to live with me and my mom's in 1990, and I was 12 years old. You know what I mean? Okay. He had composition books full of rhymes. Like, I got so many of his rhymes memorized in my head.
I was just about to say, how many pages you stole?
I got mad rhymes, you know what I mean? But that's when I started rhyming. My uncle's name was Rated R, because his name is Ray, so he's called Rated R, and my first rap name was Rated X, you know what I mean? Trying to be like him.
Do you remember the first rhyme you wrote?
Nah, I don't remember the first rhyme. I remember the first rhyme that I recorded.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The song, but not the first rhyme I wrote.
And that was around 12 years old, somewhere around there too?
When I first recorded, I probably was like 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about at that time when you first recorded? Like, what was going through your mind?
Yo, man, I was loving this shit, man. I was trying to be, I was like, this is what I want to do forever. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck all that, going to work. I just want to be an MC.
So you knew that at 12, 13 years
ago.
That's dope. That's dope.
I was like, I had to make this shit happen, man.
So I guess your uncle inspired you. He
definitely
brought it all through.
Yup.
Okay. Who was your favorite MC back then?
Back then, I came up with KRS, listening to Kane, G-Rap, Rakim. Definitely Rakim and Kane, man.
So those three, which was your favorite?
Kane. It's like
if you only
Kane,
had money to buy one tape.
It's Kane. It was between Kane and Rakim, but I would say Kane, man, because that was Brooklyn right there.
Kane Asiatic, nobody's equal.
Yeah.
Do you still battle? You be battling and shit still?
Nah. I did it a lot though. That was the norm around my way. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how, before social media, everybody was getting their name known from these battles, from these ciphers. Like I was knowing about MCs from another part of town. You know what I mean? From word of mouth, from other
coming to the battle.
Dude from such and such, he said a rhyme like this, and you know what I mean? Like so, I was definitely I was battling at block parties. Anywhere. I would just walk up on ciphers when I see it. You know what I mean?
Why you stop battling?
With teenagers and because my thing was making songs. You know what I mean? I wanted to just make big records. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Word.
Okay. But don't you think like the battle is like the nitty gritty of it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a battle rap fan. I watch battle rap right now.
Okay, I was just about to ask you.
The shit they doing, that's a whole nother fucking field. You know
Who's your favorite battle rapper? Who you fuck with?
I gotta say, it's a few of them, man. It's like DNA, Briz Rothstein.
Clips, you like Clips?
Yeah, Clips is dope. Fuck, that nigga's ill.
I seen a motherfucker in the casino one day gambling and shit. I was like, yo, what up? What you doing here? He's like, I'm gambling.
Yeah, trying to get that jackpot.
I heard the story about how Sean P came through with his foot out the window.
I ain't gonna cut you off. And I was 106 and Park champion. You know what I mean? With the battle shit. That was 2005.
Okay.
So I was still doing it, you know what I mean, later on and shit. Word.
All right. How many times you went up there?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Who you battled?
I don't remember the dudes' names, man.
Ate them up.
Cause yeah. But it wasn't that you know, that's why I don't remember their name. It was just, you know, they was up and coming joint rappers and shit.
Okay.
Word.
Would you say you were more experienced than they was, or?
Yeah, as far as you know, as long as I was been writing it, you know what I mean? Word.
Okay. Like I started saying that I heard the story about how you met Sean P. He came through with his foot hanging out the window.
Yeah.
Y'all got out and got it on. Like,
yep.
Tell me about him, man. What was it like working with him and boot camp and shit?
Yo, man, that shit. All right, like boot camp. I was a fan of boot camp way before I met him. You know what I mean? I met them in like '97, '96. But you know, I was rocking to their music since they came out. Since Into the Stage, since you know when Buckshot, when Black Moon came out. You know what I mean? So I was following that. Like, you know, the first Into the Stage, that album was crazy. I was listening to it nonstop. Then The Shining, Nocturnal. You know what I mean? So when I met them, they was working on the second album, Helter Skelter second album.
Skelter. Were you on that one or Magnum Force?
Yeah, nah, that's the one I'm on, the second one.
Okay.
The first one was Nocturnal.
Okay.
Then I was on the second, the third, you know.
I was watching something and you said you were on Magnum Force too, right?
Yeah, that's their second album.
That's the second album. It was called Magnum Force. All right.
Yeah.
And you were on the title track was Magnum Force.
Yeah, Magnum Force and a joint called Gangs All Hit.
And yo, I'm moving through this life shit with the only fam I got. My triple R rated nigga steady blowing up spots. You think now this little rock, we bust shots at your car and leave you stressed in your ride like these fake rap stars.
What's the name? IU did that track, right? The
Definitely, man. Yo, I'm glad you said that, man. Rest in peace to my brother IU, man. I've been riding with him, man.
What was it like working with him?
We did a joint before he passed, too.
What was it like working with him?
Yo, that shit was ill, man. I mean, like, IU, he be like, yo, what up, nigga? Yo, I got this joint, da-da-da-da, come through and shit. I was like, all right. I shot out to Long Island. I did this joint called Politically Incorrect.
They broke us down to the ground, we still stronger. That's black power for real, it's Killmonger.
It's me and my man Shorty shot. And, you know what I mean? Then later on, we shot the video when he dropped the album. IU was a cool ass dude, man.
For sure.
Word.
For sure. What was it like working with boot camp?
With boot camp, man, that shit was a dream come true, man. Like, and you know what? I learned a lot from them as far as the industry wise and you know, because they was the first artists that I knew that really had a fucking you know, rap deals and you know they was signed and shit. You know, they had albums out already.
In the area.
Soul records, they done toured. You know what I mean? So it was a different experience with them. You know what I mean? I was in the studio with them when they had time booked for like 12 hours, and I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I learned how to handle promoters, all that shit, man.
What did you learn about handling promoters?
Well, with Sean P, I learned, you know, I watched him do it and shit. Sean was really like, Sean didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, basically, like, business is business, you know what I mean?
Said what was on his mind.
You know, all that joking, cracking shit, like, Sean was real serious about handling shit. Word, so I took 2 pages from his book.
Bitch Harvey, the Swiss Army knife in my hand. Know this shit corny, but it can end the life of your fam. Niggas know Sean nice with the hands. Watch me punch up your face, dig in your pockets, leave you right where you stand.
What was he like as a person? I'm sure y'all hung out tons of times. And
yo, Sean, on the real, Sean was like, yo, he was an intelligent person, man. Like, he was really smart, book smart. Like, it's not a subject like he couldn't talk about, you know what I mean? Like, he was into sports. He's in the all type of shit, whatever the fuck he was on.
You can tell by the charismatic energy
you can't be that smart and be slow. You know what I mean? That hilarious. Like,
yeah.
And then it's another thing. Like, he put his comedy, his wit into lyrics. Everybody can't do that. You know what I mean? So Sean was one of a kind for real. That was my big bro.
When I was out at the mural last time when I shot FT, there was some dudes out there shooting a video and they was saying his wife was just out there with them. She came out there to rap and got in the video, a Japanese dude.
Yeah. Oh, Omen 44,
Yeah. What is she like? I heard she rhymed too. Like, what's...
Yo, Bernadette is the realest, man. Matter of fact, super shout out to Bernadette, man. Like, yo, man, she held Sean down while he was here and she's still holding him down, you know what I mean? She making sure his legacy lives on for real, man. I got a joint with her called I'm Not Like These Other Rappers, and that was a quote from Sean on my last album. The album is called I'm Not Like These Other Rappers, you know what I mean? So You know
That's
what I mean?
out already?
Yeah. We got the video and all that.
Because I know you got, like, your catalog is kind of crazy. What are you up to now?
I'm 20 albums in.
20 in. I thought 21, 20, okay.
Yeah, that was 20. I got 21 coming and shit.
And how long did it take you to get to that number 20?
Since 2008.
2008.
Yeah, so
you working. You putting shit out. You turning it out.
Word. 2008 was my debut.
Word. What do you think about where we at culturally right now? Hip hop culture, as far as where the music's at?
I love it, man. I love it.
Sliding through the airwaves every day.
Right. I love it, man. It's, hip hop is always elevating, man. I seen this shit from, go from a whole different level. You know what I mean? Like shit is making everybody rich. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to still be here and got a hardcore fan base that's been riding with me.
Do you think social media is watering it down, or?
Nah, I love social media, man. Like you could do a freestyle and your shit blow up like you know what I mean, and you on right there.
I heard somebody say anybody can make a record, and they was like, I don't think anybody should be able to go out and just make a record. What do you think about that?
You know what? I can't call it, man, because there's so many songs. Like it'll be a song. It could be a song that the artist, he's not necessarily a lyricist, but the song is dope. You know what I mean? It resonates with somebody. You know what I mean? It could, whatever the concept is. You know what I mean? So I can't down nobody. All I can tell people is just be yourself, be original. You know what I mean? And do your best, man. Word.
Who you fuck with right now? Who you like? When they come on the radio,
now,
who you turn that shit up? Like, hold on, let me hear what you gotta say.
I don't listen to the radio, man. Like right now, I be listening to a lot of the female artists, man. Like
they seem like they coming in.
Yeah, man, they going in. Like Lola Brooke, Scarlett, fucking 3D Nati, she from New Orleans. Like it's a lot of dope female MCs, man. I be rocking to.
Who you think is a problem as far as male, female right now? Besides you,
a lot of them. Like it's this artist called Simba.
Simba's
you heard him.
Yeah. Definitely. Shout out to Simba.
Yep.
I saw you was in Canada.
Yeah.
Was that recent or is that old?
That was recent.
Okay. How was that? What's the hip hop scene like out there?
Shit, I've been up in Canada few times, man. Like this, every time it's always love. You know what I mean? This time I was out there with my brothers. I was with Royal Flush and Illa G. We was in Belleville, Montreal, and Toronto. You know what I mean? So I touched like almost every part of Canada. Every time I go to show, the crowds is crazy. You know what I mean? A lot of love, man.
What's Japan like?
Japan was really fucking dope, man. I mean, like, that shit was so crazy for me, cause like when you out there, you really feel like you're on the other side of the fucking planet. Like, you know what I mean? It's that the time is like 12 hours off, you know what I mean? 18 hours. Shit was crazy, man. I did 7 shows out there, 7 different parts of Japan, man.
Oh, wow.
They was all sold out. You know, all the fans came with my music. Shit
Do
was
you
dope.
think they respect the culture more out there than over here?
I think they love the music. Yeah, because when I was out there, they was doing they was break dancing, you know what I mean, before the shows. They was battling, they was doing trap, all type of shit, you know what I mean? You know, we hip hop is, you know, motherfuckers catch on to that shit all worldwide.
So you shouted out Simba, Scarlett.
Yeah.
Who else on the come up that we might not have heard about you think is out there?
Let me see. Shit, man. Well, I wouldn't say on the come up, but my man RJ Payne be murdering shit.
For sure.
Murdering shit.
For sure.
Word. RJ
For
Payne,
sure.
he one of them dudes, man.
For sure.
Word.
For sure. You got music with him yet?
I did a joint with him.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
you know that should have definitely be coming out, man.
Shot the video?
Nah, we ain't shoot the vid
Not
though.
yet.
Definitely.
Okay.
You know that's always the plan.
If you were to do a versus battle,
Yeah.
who you think your match would be?
I never thought about that, man.
We putting it out there, man.
I don't know, man. It gotta be somebody with a good catalog, somebody that's really a dope underground MC. You know what I mean? That's worldwide too. I don't know, man. I would just say let the fans, you know, say who that should be. I don't know.
So now let's go back and get a little foundation. You said you grew up, born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What hospital you born in?
St. John's.
St. John's?
St. John's.
And you lived in the Heights all your life?
Yeah, yep.
What was it like growing up in the Heights?
I mean, Crown Heights was fucking.
It's crazy back in the day.
Yeah. It's nothing. I mean, right now it's way more cool. You know what I mean? That shit was dangerous, man. Like, you know, motherfuckers was piled up on the corner, on every corner. You know what I mean? Every store, every Chinese restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, shit was serious, man. The '80s, my neighborhood was like big on robbery. You know what I mean? Robberies and boosters. So it was a lot of, a lot of stick-up kids.
Decep shit.
Yeah, face heads and a whole bunch of gangs over there. Word.
I was talking about that the other day. How did Deceps influence hip hop? Or do you think they did?
Well, you know, Boot Camp was Deceps. You know what I mean? So they definitely influenced hip hop, man. When they came out with that whole style with the fatigues and, you know what I mean, and Sean and Rock always, you know what I mean? They was repping that shit heavy, man. So they influenced the game. They influenced the game for real.
You still doing music like with Rock and shit like that, or?
Yo, me and Rock got an album right now.
Okay.
We getting ready to drop that shit soon, man. It's done. It's
How
in
soon
mix,
we
it's
talking
in mix
about?
and master mode right now, like this year.
So it's coming, okay.
Right. It's called Crownsville.
Summer?
Yeah, basically. It's called Crownsville, so it's Brownsville, Crown Heights.
Just the
connected.
two of y'all, or y'all
Just
pull
the two
some?
of us. Yup. It was an original idea I had that I was supposed to do with Sean P. And then, you know, when he passed, years later, I spoke to Rock about it, and he was like, yo, I'm here.
How much music do you have with him that, like, ain't see light yet?
With Sean? I wish I had new joints that I didn't, you know, that didn't see light. All the joints we did that was out, is out.
Okay. So you're gonna, like, bring something back for the album, or?
Nah, we definitely got another joint. We got a joint called Sean Lives On. I don't want to get too much, but we basically, like, saying all his different bars or titles of his songs, and we going back and forth with it, like, shit crazy.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's dope. Who influences you now? Last time you wrote, like, you sat down with a pen, what did you think about to get going?
I listen to my own shit.
You don't listen to nobody else?
Yeah, I listen to my own shit to get inspired. Like, I really sit there, I put on Spotify, I be listening to old shit, new shit. I listen to my own joints, man. Word.
Do you like?
You don't want to listen to a lot of people and then subconsciously you get a
sound
bar
like them and
then,
maybe.
Yeah. You don't even want to do that.
Do you like go around, just, you know, hit the streets and just see what's going on in the hood and just to?
Nah, you know what? Usually I just let the beat tell me what the shit gonna be. If it's gonna be a story, it's gonna be a battle rhyme, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, and certain shit I read up on. I read shit and then I write about it. You know what I mean?
Who's doing all your production now?
I got producers from all over.
Okay.
Yeah, every album that I do, I always do a one MC, one producer album, but I keep, you know, dealing with different producers.
I heard you say you wanna do something with Primo.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, let's keep putting that out in the air, man.
I mean, I'm sure he'd be willing. Y'all probably just ain't caught up to each other yet.
Primo is my brother, man. Every time I see him, it's love. He always playing my music. You know, a lot of times people hit me like, yo, Preem played your shit, like, plenty times, man. I got videos I be reposting that he, you know, cutting my shit up.
What about a feature? Who you want to feature from?
Damn. I would definitely have to go back to, you know, who I started listening to, man. If I was to ever do a joint with KRS, that shit would be stupid. It'll be, I gotta do something powerful, you know what I mean? KRS, Kane, Rakim.
I'm surprised, like, is anybody doing a 50th anniversary hip hop album? No?
I'm pretty sure. They got it, you know, it's a whole bunch
That's
of
like everybody should come through and
everywhere, you know what I mean?
match that.
We performing at the Rock the Bells and shit, man.
In Forest Hills.
Yeah.
What's that, August?
Crazy. That's August 5th, yeah.
Okay. So now, how does that work? They reached out to y'all like, yo, we want y'all on the bill, or?
Right. So Boot Camp is definitely in the building. You seen us on the piece on Slick Rick Chain and shit. Y'all been watching the promo.
L cutting the checks cutting right, or?
Everything is always right.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Yep.
Satisfied, you know, people.
Yep.
What do you think about, like, what's going on in Brooklyn right now? A lot of shit happening in Brooklyn, like
what?
You go down Flatbush and it's a little crazy. Crown Heights is a little calm now.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about what's going on? You think that that's just the way it is?
I mean, I don't really know what's going on. Like what? What you mean? Like what?
Little while, you know, people get boomed and shit every
City,
now and then.
We all on top of each other, and you know, it'd be a thousand different families in one project building and shit, man.
How can it not be true?
Bound to happen, you know. We still living in poverty. It's still the schools, you know, they not funded right, you know, like the other schools that get, you know. So it's poor education, no jobs, it's bound to be crime. You know what I mean? So,
you're right. Word. You're right. Which way do you see the music going from now? Like, do you think it's gonna? Think the lyrics is coming back? Like everybody's gonna get back lyrical?
It's a lot of dope. Listen, what's the name of that group? Damn, man, when Razzcast kids is in the shit. It's two of his sons. They fucking dope, man. They got bars like a motherfucker. They they call something Contra.
Costa Contra.
Yeah, them. They fucking raw.
Oh, man. Word, that's one of his Razzcast sons. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they nice. They nice. Yeah. Yeah. I just be fucking with their energy and shit.
Yeah. They got it all. So you know, I love that shit.
What would you do? Like a feature with them? Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you? Not yet.
Nah.
It go hut, blue 42, red 47, this is OD. Be in the form of his resurrection, did you catch that? Lend him a hand, I'm talking back, I'm off.
You think it's still like that, or you think everybody's just doing their thing right now?
What do you mean, like as far as MCs collaborating with each other?
Like everybody in Brooklyn kind of stay with Brooklyn.
I mean, it's a lot of New York shit going on, man. Like
it feels like it's.
You see Mano and Jim Jones got the album. Styles P and Havoc just put out an album recently.
Record, man, yeah.
So it's a lot of that shit going on, man. Word.
What about my man Steele over there? That Shining album.
That's the general right there, man.
Shit.
That general is.
I used to listen to that shit every day.
Yeah, man. That's the big bro, man. That album is a motherfucking classic. PNC.
This is the best boot camp guy.
Word.
He's the only one that might replace Price, and Price is unreplaceable. But if I could say anything, the Ruste Juxx is the hardest working boot camp member right now, on 10 toes down. You heard?
Respect.
So there's another album coming?
Word. Hey, yo, we got a boot camp record. That's another thing. We got a whole new boot camp record, man.
For the summer.
Word. Crazy.
So summer gonna be crazy then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Everybody
you shooting all the videos?
Yeah, shit. I want to shoot this one. That would be dope.
What about you now? What you want the people to know about you that you think they don't know?
Yo, well, I'm thinking about working on some children's books. You know what I mean? I want to write some children's stories, in rhyme form. You know what I mean? Like
rap Dr. Seuss and shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, man, that shit might be the thing right there.
I think that's a good look. Yeah.
Man,
I don't know of too many people doing that.
Authors. Yeah. So, I mean, shit. How can I lose?
You started already, or it's...
Nah, not yet. I'm just, I've been manifesting it.
Thinking it together. Okay.
Word.
You gonna write it for everybody or for the kids in the hood?
For the kids. Yeah.
But like all the kids or just our kids?
For our kids.
Okay.
And when you write it for our kids, it'll resonate all over. You know what I mean?
Something to inspire them.
Yep. Definitely.
So you said nobody inspires you? Like,
as far as what?
As far as to write and do your music, just you?
Nah, I mean, I listen to, it's a lot of dope artists out there, but they don't inspire me to write what I write. You know what I mean? I listen to their shit and I be like, yo, this shit is fire. But it don't inspire me to write, what I write.
In your opinion, who's the best MC? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas?
Out of them three, definitely Nas.
Yep. Why you say that?
Because that's what I think.
A lot of people will say Biggie.
Listening to his whole catalog, I could be on some biased shit because Brooklyn, but when I really think about it, Nas is like, yo.
What was your favorite Nas album?
My favorite Nas album might not be everybody's favorite and shit, man. Like the Nigga album, Godson album, And definitely the last 3 King Disease
King
albums.
Disease.
All 3 of them shit.
I think Illmatic was, I don't know, man.
I ain't want to say Illmatic, that's a given. But my favorite shits, you know what I mean? The nigga joint, man, and Godson. And the King Disease, all of them shits.
I like what him and Hit Boy are doing.
Yeah, man. The shit with Nas, what's the shit? When he Quincy Jones, I think it's called. That shit is crazy. Like, you got a video for that.
What's your favorite Sean P song?
Definitely Don't Say Shit to Ruck. Yeah, that's my shit right there.
You was in the studio when they did that? You was
Nah,
around?
it's just, I don't know. I guess it's the time when that song came out. This is when he was transitioning to Sean Price from Ruck of Helter Skelter, and he was coming up, and that joint right there was the shit, man. Word.
Okay. So when can we expect this album that you're talking about?
With me and Rock, definitely this year, man.
End of the year?
Nah, but yeah, probably like the summer.
So singles
early fall.
start flying in the summer.
Yeah, I can't call it when the singles gonna start dropping, but you know, we still getting it mixed and mastered and shit.
So it's near. If it's mixed and mastered, it's near. It's near.
Yeah.
Y'all just waiting for timing.
Yeah, cause they gotta do that, then they gotta, get all the CD. It's a whole bunch of work, you know what I mean, go into it. So, but we definitely putting that shit out.
Okay. Anything else you want to leave the people with? I think we kind of covered everything, and people kind of just shooting out here back and forth.
I just want to thank everybody that's been rocking with me from day one, you know what I mean, to now, and all the new artists, the new followers, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say followers, the new Juxxaholics, you know what I mean? I just want to thank everybody for rocking with me with my
Juxx
music,
Nation.
man. And I got a lot of new shit coming out, man. I got an EP with my man Pre-One from he's a producer from Cali. The album with Rock. I got another album fully produced by UG from Cellar Dwellers. It's me and my man Skanks on that. Oh, me and Nine got an EP. That shit is done. Yeah, me and Nine. It's called Duos.
Huh?
It's called Duos.
Duos.
So every song on the album,
y'all going back
and forth? We got a song called Kid and Play. We got a song called Red and Meth. You know what I mean? We just, the whole album, that shit is fire, man. Nine came up with all the concepts, and I just rolled with it. Word.
What has he been doing?
Yo, when you hear this shit right now, you're gonna be like, like seriously.
Worth the wait.
He got balls, man. Like,
okay.
Nine, this shit is the truth.
Okay. All right.
Word. So yeah,
Ruste
man, just
Juxx.
look out for my new projects, man. Word.
Get the young people something before you jump up out of here. Tell them to stay out of shit. Tell them something positive.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We gotta. Like I was saying on Instagram the other day, man. We gotta stay on code, man. And I'm talking to my people. You know what I mean? We gotta stay on code in every aspect of that. You know what I mean? And I just say salute to the youth, man. I got a new song dedicated to the youth, man. You know what I mean? I was like, what I said on that shit? I said, I love the younger generation. I could never diss the youth. Cause if they fucking up, it's our fault, and that's the truth. Raise your children right so that they grow to be responsible adults. And I think you'll be fine with the results. Instead of criticizing every action, you should give them a solution. Picture that in the highest resolution. Now, I don't want to go into the whole shit, but you know what I mean? Basically, salute the youth, man.
Ruste Juxx.
Word.
Hip hop preserving the culture. Appreciate your time, my man.
All day, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Word. Respect.